Chicken drumsticks are the solution to easy and affordable dinners. Whether you're feeding your family or entertaining, chicken drumsticks are the way to go. I've got 3 great recipes to show you right now. We all know how much I love a good sheet pan dinner. It makes for the easiest cleanup ever, and it doesn't get much better than this one. We'll get our chicken marinating. I'm using chicken drumsticks from Do Good Chicken and filling this sheet pan with lots of fresh veggies. This marinade starts with a 1/4 cup of olive oil. To that, I'm adding a lot of garlic powder and onion powder, a little chili powder and oregano, some parsley and black pepper, and then the juice of fresh lime. This is gonna add so much good brightness and help tenderize that chicken. Of course, I'm going straight into a plastic bag to keep the theme with the easy cleanup. Mix that up a little bit, and then we'll add in our chicken. My kids love the drumstick because they're just easy to eat, they're fun to eat, and to me, they're the perfect serving. I'm just gonna add them in. You can do this step the night before, but give it at least a couple hours. Just seal it up, and then we're gonna fully coat all of this chicken in that delicious marinade. I love using a bowl underneath. It kind of keeps your bag sturdy, and then it keeps any potential drips from getting into your fridge. You can do this part the night before or the morning of, and then when you come home, dump it all on the sheet pan and get going. Nicely coated, into the fridge it goes. When it's time to cook, everything just goes on the sheet pan, 425 degrees until it's all good golden brown. This dish is gonna have so much flavor thanks to that marinade, and then the juices from the chicken are gonna add to these veggies, y'all. It makes the perfect dinner. You can use whatever veggies you want, or you can just leave this off if you wanna do your veggies on the side. I'm doing a combination of gold potatoes, mini bell peppers, and onions. Spread those out. Whenever you're doing a sheet pan dinner, you kinda want everything on just one layer so that things don't steam, but they'll actually brown. And then I'm just gonna nestle the drumsticks right in between. It's totally okay if the chicken is touching the veggies. It's all gonna be cooked together. And I even love for some of those flavors to take on some of that chicken juice. No need for extra sauces here. It's gonna be perfectly flavorful straight from the pan. This looks absolutely gorgeous and so full of flavor. Into the oven, 425 degrees. You'll have dinner on the table in less than an hour. Check this out right here. Golden brown and juicy chicken with those tender veggies. It looks and smells incredible. This is a full meal that will satisfy your family and make anyone very happy. I'm gonna finish it off with just a fresh sprinkle of parsley, and then you can serve it straight from the sheet pan. No need to dirty up another dish. Not only does this look incredible, but it makes me so happy at how easy it is, and you can just relax. It's a stress-free dinner. I love a drumstick because it's in its own little perfect edible package, meant to be eaten with your hands. It is so incredibly tender, it just fell off the bone and melted in my mouth. While I want to just keep going on this, I've got to show you my next trick, drumsticks in the air fryer. If you haven't had chicken cooked in the air fryer, you're missing out, and this drumstick recipe is no exception. You're gonna get that beautiful, crusty, flavorful outside, tender, juicy chicken inside in half the time you can get it in the oven. I'll start by marinating the chicken. Again, going in with honey first. The honey's gonna add to that caramelization, making that little sweet and salty note too. That's my favorite combination. A little bit of garlic. Then we're gonna add some smokiness with cumin and paprika, smoked paprika, oregano, salt, and pepper. And then a little bit of olive oil. Stir that around and then coat our chicken. You can do this step up to a day ahead, and then when you're ready to cook, just pop it in the air fryer and you'll have dinner on the table in less than half an hour. Add in our drumsticks and then give them a good coat. If you don't have an air fryer, you can totally do this in the oven, especially if you have a good convection setting. Just add about 15 minutes to your cook time. Just gonna cover it up and stick it in the fridge. You wanna give it at least an hour, but like I said, you can even do this the night before. You'll wanna crank up your air fryer to 400 degrees, brush the basket with a little bit of olive oil. You can use cooking spray as well. You just wanna give it a little bit of coating since we have that honey in the marinade just to prevent any sticking. And then we'll just place our drumsticks right in the basket. You wanna give them, a little bit of space so the air can circulate all around them. You should be able to fit 4 to 6 drumsticks in just a regular sized air fryer. If your air fryer is on the smaller side, you can do this in batches. Let this go for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it halfway through so that all the sides get browned evenly. No time at all, and if color equals flavor, get ready. Look at that. Crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside. This is just one of those meals that's affordable, it's easy, but it's fancy enough to serve company. Of course, we'll have all the recipes linked in this video, but for this, you've got this delicious sauce drizzled over the top, made from fresh cilantro and fresh spinach. Brightens it up. You've got the deep roasted flavors with this bright herby sauce, y'all. This looks so good, but before I dig in, I've got to show you one way because everyone loves a good barbecue drumstick. I don't think people realize just how easy it is to make grilled drumsticks. It's really hard to overcook them, and you can get all that good crispiness throughout. Sauce it up with some barbecue sauce. I'm gonna start by marinating the chicken. I'm gonna start by creating the first layer of flavor by making this brown sugar garlic paste. You can do this in a mortar and pestle, or you can just grind it up in a bowl or on a cutting board. Going in with a little bit of light brown sugar. To that, I'm adding a little bit of chopped garlic, salt, and pepper. Just that easy. I'm just gonna grind this up to form somewhat of a paste. The brown sugar is gonna aid in that caramelization that happens on the grill because we want those little crusty bits of goodness. I'm gonna throw this just over the chicken in a plastic bag, zhuzh it all around until it's all coated. You can do this the day before. You'll wanna be sure you get all the air out of the bag. It'll help things marinate a lot more quickly. When you grill chicken on the bone, it's less likely to overcook, and it really just adds that much more flavor. Once you've got it all well coated, let it marinate at least a couple hours and up to overnight. Of course, I'm making barbecue chicken, so when this hits the grill, we're gonna baste it with either homemade or just store-bought barbecue sauce. You'll baste it on and then let it go about 10 minutes, let it soak in, and do another layer. That's the best way to get good barbecue chicken. This might be my favorite one of the day. It just reminds me of my childhood. There's really not much more to say. You can just look at it and see how delicious it's gonna be. So incredibly juicy and saucy. All that caramelization that happened when you baked the sauce on it on the grill. I'm telling you, that right there is what it's all about. If you're looking for some great recipes to cook drumsticks, I hope you'll give one of these a try. From the oven to the air fryer to the grill, I've got you covered. See you next time. That's a wrap. It's just so good.